Okay, greeting host. You are one of the
No,
most patient man I ever come
no, we
across.
have to. We have to be.
Sitting
Go
there,
ahead.
I know I'm just looking at you. If one of my daughter was single, I would have to introduce them to you.
Welcome. Go ahead. Make a submission.
Okay, I came up, not the South African thing, but there's only one thing Jolie said that I agree with her regarding this. Is it Yahweh? I don't know if it's what they call this powder that she's
Yope,
your pay,
yope,
your pay.
yope.
I agree with her because my best friends and my other half is South African, so I know. So what she mentioned about that Yape, it recent because I asked, and that's what I was told as well by them. But two of them are lawyers, so I believe what they said, right? So I agree with her with that. The rest of it, I disagree with her. I came up because regarding immigrant and calling, to me, no Africans, no black person is foreigner in Africa.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
in Europe, in UK, where I am now, in America, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, we black people, we are hated all over the world and we are called foreigner. So
Yep.
you telling me when I go to Africa, I'm gonna be called foreigner. So I would like to know where I must go. And while you've got these European, Jolie, is it Yoli? Yoli said,
Yole, yeah.
yes, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name properly. She said, mentioned something about France is doing good. Doing what? Without Africa, there would be no UK,
There would be no
there would
France.
be no Europe, there would be
Yeah.
no America. So we need
Yeah.
to spread the proper information. Right now, you have 16 West African countries that pay France 500 billions per year in
Yeah.
colonial tax. Niger and Mali stopped doing that. The others are doing it. You telling me, as they always said, Africa is poor. Why you think the West and France is so hell-bent by wanted to overthrow
I
Traore,
agree
Niger?
with you.
Let me
I
finish
agree with
No,
you.
Yole,
let me yeah.
Okay, I'll
Why
circle
do
back to you when she's
why do you think they hell-bent and they want to analyze those three brothers in the Sahel? Why? Because you are taking food out of their mouth, right? And look what they done in Benin and Ivory Coast by popped up with military to use us. I always said, it's not the European. They always use us against each other.
Yep,
And
it's
that
us.
is our downfall, right? They're using them so they can get back into Niger, Mali. Because there's two videos I saw where this man, Howard Nicholson, said, we have to keep African poor in
Yeah.
order for you to maintain to be rich. Because if Africa does anything different, your standard of living in Europe, England, and America will go down. We need to be educated and stop this nonsense. Nigerian powder, listen, we are doing the job for the enemies. They don't need to do it anymore because we are doing it for them. It's the
agree.
reality. Because my sister, if you and I do not speak, no one would say I'm from Jamaica or you from South Africa. Because when we hated all over the world, they hate us. By the first thing their eyes see is the color of our skin. Look in the Middle East. Name me one country where we are treated good. Do you think this is by accident? It is by design. Because I'm in the UK and I heard the host said, when she mentioned, she said, look at Britain leave European Union. Let me tell you something. Before Britain leave the European Union, I went and voted for Brits to exit the European Union. And I've done it the same way they want us to divide and easy to conquer. That's why I voted for Britain to leave. And they're always saying the Polish must go, the Polish coming here taking our jobs, these foreigner Polish coming to take our job. Even black people jump on the bandwagon in the UK and say, my friends then were saying it. I said, stop complaining because these people done the same thing to us. Yeah, 1 second. Same thing to us and calling us foreigner. No, we are following them. The British white people cursing the Polish said they're taking our job. Host, do you know what happened when Britain leave the exit and the Polish went home? Do you know what happened? The European Union pumped money into Poland, build the economy up, and all because they punished Britain. And what happened when the Polish went? I don't know if you know about UK, Dover, where they went. Dover is where you go when you're driving, you want to go to Europe. You can take the plane, the train, or the ferry. Over 100,000 Polish went. Do you know what happened? I queued up for 3 hours. We couldn't get petrol. They did show it on BBC in Africa. I could not get petrol. We had to queue up for 3 hours. The supermarket shelf was empty. There were no fruit pickers in the farm. Do you know what happened? The farmers was on TV complaining. 65,000 British people applied to work the farm. Within 1 week, guess how many British workers were on the farm? Guess how many? One. No one. One. The farmers was on TV complaining. The government was scratching their head. Right, but they didn't show this in Africa because what they showed BBC in Africa, they don't show it. They did this. One, do you know what Britain have to do finally? Do you know what happened? Britain had to go back and beg the Polish to come back and pay them extra £5,000 and provide accommodation for them. So it cost them. Thank you. That's what happened. So when people say no country in this world ever do without so-called illegal immigrants, and finally, Africans are not illegal in Africa. If Southern Africa, South Africa is part of Africa. Concentrate on the European and the British people who control the resources. Without South Africa, Britain wouldn't exist because all your gold, your diamond, and your resources is here. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic.